In Chicago. Just talked to Andy there from America DJ, checking out some new lights. Dave and Buster's. We got some guys in the room here. Haven't seen anyone that I recognize yet, but you know, it's Chicago. They might have a little presentation there in a minute, so we're just checking it out.
All right, Chicagoland, make some noise! All right. My name is Jake. I'm with Mobile Beat Magazine. Thank you very much for joining us out here tonight. The first thing if I could have everybody do is, number one, please take your seats, make yourself comfortable, get ready for presentation mode. The second thing, if everybody could please take out a business card and pass it to the center of the aisle. I'll be around, actually, Seth to Mobile Beat Magazine. Please raise your hand. Awesome. Thank you very much for subscribing. If you don't subscribe, you need to. I tell you why. Because the investment you put into it, I tell you what, it's like $15 a year now, the investment if you put into it. You know, there's art. Gentlemen, once again from the Great White North, please welcome Mr. Tom Hybeck.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Chicago. How are y'all tonight? Right. I'm going to start off with a little personal story here, if you don't mind. Bear with me. We're going to have a little fun, all right? I have a question for you. It's coming up. I want to say that there's two people we really need to acknowledge because they put this together night in and night out, and they do a fabulous job on behalf. Well, anybody have an idea what Peter charges to do a wedding these days?
$5,000.
Not 200,000. No, I think Peter's around $6,000 to $7,000 working out of Dallas right now, and he will tell you that as awareness about his services and his profile grew, so too did his chargeability rate, if you know what I mean. In my case, I'll tell you what it's meant for me. I wrote and published these little books years ago, and I've now sold over 100,000 copies worldwide, which for a self-published book, we do that, and there's some advantages in doing that because, you know, a close friend or family member has a genuine connection to the family, right? They can act as a true host on behalf of the family. You guys as professionals will never have that genuine kind of connection, but you have the experience in front of a microphone and, you know, doing this kind of thing daily that gives you a distinct advantage. Anyway, I got asked to said some things which, you know, really could infuriate you guys. And I raise this just so you're aware of it, but I also raise it to say, if this guy called you now, right, having written this article, and he wanted to talk to you about your business, would you talk to him? You wouldn't talk to him? You would? Good, because that's the right thing to do. And you might have noticed in my story hooks, I put like, you know, top 10 tips for this, top 7 tips for that, 5 ways to. If you do that, it helps everybody immensely. Here's why. The investment. And folks, this is a point that I really think you guys need to work on. In combination with the next one, master of ceremonies equals extra fee. How many of you guys charge extra if you MC a wedding? Anybody? So you guys always do a package deal. So for one flat fee, you MC the wedding and you DJ. Yeah? Have you ever thought about charging 2 different levels? No? Do you think it would work in your market?
No, it's implied.
So what if you, like most other businesses, sold yourself a little more effectively in communicating that to brides? Here's the deal. I really think that most brides are completely unaware of the value that you guys bring to a wedding. They spend thousands of dollars on their hair and their gown and their flowers and their limousines and all of that stuff that people don't ever remember. But they remember the wedding reception, right? Either at a good time or a very bad time. They remember it for one of those reasons. The bride, that's the most important part of it all. That's where they celebrate the wedding, right? And sure, she wants to look great and be the star of the show and all that stuff. But if you guys can educate them about they need to invest in your services so you can do a really good job. And for example, if you're emceeing a wedding, if you read my books, you know, there's an art to that whole process. It takes time to do your homework in advance.
God, I just need a couple seconds of your guys' time and ladies' time. how many people have ever thought about, what are you going to do when you stop being a DJ? Has anyone ever thought about that? I'm probably the oldest person in this room.
We both won Wedding Horror Stories because we are the furthest and closest to this event here tonight. That's ridiculous, man. That's crazy. The traffic was horrible.
Really?
It cost me like an hour getting here, you know. But you gain an hour because of the time change.
I was saying, like, the guy that was going along, so I'm like, did he stop every 10 minutes or whatever? It was great.
It was ridiculous. That's crazy. So, no, this is one of my first events. So they skipped Detroit this year.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm like, I wanted to come last year, but I missed it. Had to work. So I was like, okay, let's come to this one. So that's all I'm doing. I might stay overnight, see what's going on, because I actually have a gig in Chicago on Labor Day weekend.
Oh, nice.
So, in fact, I texted my clients and I was like, they wanted to pay me my balance early. So I'm like, oh, come on down, meet me or something. So I haven't heard from them yet, though. So,
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
My birthday's been Labor Day weekend, and I'm working, and I'm not looking forward to that. That's
Cool. So, what's the coolest thing here? I haven't had to get to check anything out yet.
Pioneer controllers are pretty cool. I've never touched them before today.
Really?
And they're pretty nice.
Yeah, that's cool. I just got Virtual DJ, the professional version, so I'm still playing with it. So.
Yeah, no, I'm still scratch life with the fanboy.
That's awesome. All right, cool. All right. Well, what's our magic words? Practice and enjoy.
Practice and enjoy.
There you go. All right. All right, this song's going out to my man Gary Richter. Doing the Wanderer. No, they just a random song, you know. So I was like, okay. The EV speakers. Not really focusing in, but.
Opportunities that we give you is the American DJ University. Has anybody got online and checked that out yet? No. American DJ University? Fantastic. So, Tom has a t-shirt. I don't know if any of you other guys do. If you guys want some swag, if you guys...
Is everybody ready to learn once again? Make some noise.
Yeah.
All right. I like the way that sounds. What we're going to do is we're going to switch into performance mode. Does everybody want to switch into performance mode? Everybody make some noise for performance mode right here. Boost your performance right here. This next gentleman that's coming to talk to you is all the way from Texas, folks. He did his first event, DJ'd his first gig when he was 11 years old. Anybody DJ their first gig when they were 11 years old? Raise your hand. 11 years old, right here. He started semi-professionally and professionally DJing when he was 16 years old. He's gone all the way up through the ranks. He's been a host on TV. Of course, he's been DJing the whole time. Please welcome the host, author, creator, and everything to do with Mobile Beat DJ Crash Course. Please welcome once again Mr. Josh Young.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Real quick, one more round of applause for Mr. Jake Feldman and Mr. Seth Leopold for all the work they do for us. These guys work so very hard taking us from city to city.
That's a little deeper, isn't it? Let's read that again. A host is ultimately the driving force of the environment in which he or she has been placed. And here's what that means. A host is ultimately aware of everything going on around him or her, ultimately aware of everything going around. Able to pick up on the little things that are happening, able to respond, able to formulate new responses, able to react, and still keep things moving without dragging time. I don't think there was anyone quite as good at doing exactly that, folks, as Mr. Bob Barker on The Price is Right. Being a host is a selfless task. Being a host is a selfless task. Here's the B side of that. You are not the star. Would you agree with me, ladies and gentlemen? We are so responsible for what we do, and we are so valuable. And I never really grasped the full capacity of that. We'll see, we're the face that people look at as the host, as the MC. On that note, folks, we're going to move on to the education portion. Start you off right here with a little topic called branding yourself. We can brand ourselves as all kind of stuff. We can brand ourselves, or we can be branded. Let me tell you, I'm looking out at a room right now of people who are unapologetically, undoubtedly, the greatest people they could ever be, because they are here tonight as themselves. Here's another big point. Treat your audience as your friends. It's another step in taking down that wall. Here's a good example. You might call it improv.
But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, as a host, speaking extemporaneously is the greatest, and in fact, vocally, the only weapon you're going to have to combat these situations where things go wrong. When we were watching Mr. Bob Barker, his ability to speak extemporaneously was what got him out of that situation. He was able to think on his feet. This is something that kind of goes along with saying, we're not the star. We need to build up these little moments as hosts. We need to create these moments, build them up, and then we need to step out of the way. We need to know when to drive the event, when to make whoever we're with, bride and groom, game show contestants, whoever, the star, and then step out of the way. Because once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're not the star. And it goes back to talking about the weddings that we go to, where it's DJ so-and-so for the whole 4 hours, it's his whole show. He's in the way the whole time. You gotta know when to get out of the way. Interviewing is such a powerful tool to use as a host. This is $1 million tip I'm giving you right here. Here's why. Let me give you an example. You know that thing we do sometimes at weddings? You guys may not do it up in this area, but it's something that we see a lot of back in the Houston area, called the anniversary dance, where you have all the couples on the floor and you ultimately narrow it down to one couple that's been married the longest. You guys have seen this, yes? Okay. So you can do one of two things. When you narrow it down to that last couple, you can have everyone applaud for them. Yay, we send them back to their chair. Or you can go over there and you can interview them. You can talk to them. You can let one of these little moments come out, and as a host, you can drive it home. Now, typically the couple that's been married the longest is going to be grandparents, great-grandparents, someone that means a great deal to the bride and groom. Whatever they say is going to be absolute gold. It may not be in that moment. It may just be something funny that they laugh at. But years down the line, when they watch that tape and they see grandma and grandpa saying something about their relationship or something meaningful to the bride and groom, that is going to be something that means the most to them. And who are they going to remember for bringing that out? You guys.
In fact, we have a supplemental issue, so we're up to 7 issues a year that comes out. If you're not planning on going to Mobile Beat Las Vegas 2012, we're calling it MBLV 16, you need to, and I'll tell you why. American DJ and the American DJ Group of Companies, we're giving away a light this evening. Drum roll, please. All right, that's a better drum roll. Here we go. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Come on, we can do it. All right. 5, 8, 3. 583, 583, 583, come on, bring it up. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a big round of applause. He has won the American DJ Triple Flex right here. 6, 6, 566, ladies and gentlemen, give him a big round of applause. He has won some Pioneer headphones. I need a ticket. There we go, right here, folks. Thank you very much. Give your